show you the last question of the test. Okay, show it one by one. This question is about the cost of the souvenir is C, and C is sum of two parts. One is rarest direct as A, so I can write down is one part K1A, and the other part is directly as A squared and inversely. Remember inversely as N, so I can write down K2A squared over N. So how to find K1 and K2 is depends on two sets of data. So the first set is when A is 50, N is 500, and C is 350. So 350 equal to K1 times 50 plus K2 times 50 squared over 350. So you will find that this is the first equation. So this is 500. Okay, this is N is 500. Okay, for the second one is when A is 20, the second set. A is 20, N is 400, and C is 100. So 100 is equal to K1 times 20 plus K2 times 20 squared over 400. This is second equation. So after solving 1 and 2, you will get K1 is equal to 3 and K2 is equal to 40. So C is equal to 3A plus 40A squared over N. It's the end of first one. For part B, and the selling price is of the solar veneer is 8A, and the profit is P. So express P in terms of A and N. So for part B1, we know that the profit, which is equal to the selling price minus cost. So profit, which is equal to selling price, is 8A, and minus the cost is 3A plus 40A squared over N, and which is P equal to 5A minus 40A squared over N. It's easy. That's the end of B1. And for B2, if P to N is 5 to 32, find A to N. So if P to N is equal to 5, if for B2, that means P over N is equal to 5 over 32. So P is equal to 5N over 32. So I just substitute it into P. That means it's 5N over 32. Okay, substitute to here equal to 5A minus this one. Okay, we don't know how to solve A and N, but we just need to find is whether A over N is equal to what. Okay, so finally, try to multiply N to left hand side and multiply 32 to right hand side. It will become 5N squared, which is equal to multiply 5, multiply 32 and multiply N. So equal to 5 times 32 is 168N, and then minus 40 times 32, which is 1280A squared. So move to the left hand side, should be 1280A squared minus 168N plus 5N squared equal to 0. And divided left both sides by 5, you can 256A squared minus 32AN plus N squared. And after completing square, you will get 16A minus N squared equal to 0. Okay, so Okay, so 16a minus n equal to 0 and 16a equal to n. That means the ratio question is a over n, so a over n is 1 over 16, which is a to n is 1 to 16. Okay, this we finished part B2. Okay, for part B3. Okay, suppose N is 500. Can a profit of $100 be made? Okay, so it's so easy. It's just substitute N is equal to 500 in it to find the profit. So for part B, okay, when just find whether A is, so for part B3, we just substitute P is 100 and N is 500. Can I find A? Okay, if I can find A, then it's possible. If not, it's impossible. So it's 5A minus 40A squared over 500 is equal to 100. And then multiply 500 from both sides. So it's 2500A minus 40A squared equal to is 5,000. So finally 40A squared, which is minus 2500A plus 50,000 equals 0, and the discriminant is equal to negative this one minus 4 times 40 times 5,000. So the answer is, which is equal to negative this number, so which is less than 0. So it is impossible to find A such that P is equal to 100. Okay, so for the last one, suppose N is 400. Using the method of completing square, find the greatest profits, that means greatest P. So now if P is equal to 5A minus 40A squared over N. So for B4, now P is equal to 5A minus 40A squared over N. Substitute N is equal to 400, so P is equal to 5A minus 40A squared over 400. So P is equal to negative 1 over 10 A squared plus 5A. So how to do the completing square is, first of all, you take out the factor negative 1 over 10 and A squared minus 50A, and P equal to negative 1 over 10 A squared minus 2 times 2.5A plus 2.5 square and minus 2.5 square. So finally, which is A minus 2.5 square and plus 1 over 10 times 2.5 square, which is equal to 50. Sorry, this is one is I make a mistake. So this one should be 25, not 2.5. So please pay attention here. So it's 225 square. So P is equal to negative 1 over 10 A minus 25 square plus 62.5. So this is the maximum value. So maximum of P profit is $62.5. That's the end of question.